I'm gonna have to move all this stuff out of the way. Hello. Oh my gosh, I'm on my charger. Okay. Hi. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, and I didn't shut the door, so that's all you're gonna hear. He better hush. I ain't listening to this all night. Be quiet, sir. Hello. Hello, hello. This thing, I don't even know what it goes to. Phew. Some fucking lint in my hair. I gotta get out. I have a cat in a basket, y'all. She's in the basket. Good for her. Good for her. Something on my face. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Does that surprise anybody else? I'm sure she'd still be talking to me too if she thought that I'd continue to listen to her bullshit. I mean, there's something on my face and that's driving me crazy. Get off. Okay, there you go. Hello. Now my face red. Yeah. She'd still be talking to all of us if she thought we were gonna feel bad for her. Yeah, no thanks. No, thank you. No. Because she's nosy. You know, there's some people that like to stick their nose into business that ain't theirs. It's his life. Right. I'm nosy, but not that nosy. Hello. How's it going? I hear your little footsteps. Come here, kitty. Come say hello. Come say hello. Okay, or not. That's cool. Some people don't like me because of that, Nan. That's all right. You know, the right people will, right? Y'all are the right people. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Hello. Well, I guess we're gonna listen to some more bullshit. Hello. Happy Monday. Yeah. Gotta keep going till we got through it all. Unfortunately, it took a long time. I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes and then I'll start playing the next one. And I also want to say, if there's anything that you've heard the last 2 nights that you have questions about, you can ask them. I'll do my best to answer them. Anything that you hear tonight, if you have questions, ask them in the chat. If you need me to back up, play something again, just let me know. Also, I know it's so dry right now though, but anywho, thank you. I did post or upload Saturday night's live and last night's live on YouTube. And I also put the TikTok lives from when Sue confessed everything publicly. I put those back on public. So if you've not seen those are there for you. For your viewing pleasure, you know. And then again tonight, I'll be uploading this live onto YouTube as well. So I know. It's crazy. Me either. It's already uploaded. It's on YouTube. Last night's and Saturday is on YouTube already. Thank you. Right. Them roots, y'all. Yeah, well, I know we did, I think where she confesses was just one live. It's the first one. And then we held 2 lives after that, discussing things and talking about it, answering questions and stuff like that. So yeah, and I think each of them are like 4 hours, so it's a lot to watch, but it's definitely interesting. Gives you the full picture, seeing everything, hearing everything. And I think everybody should have the full picture, not just right? Yeah, because it's like, what, 4 times 3, 12 hours? Just that alone. So. All right, well. Did everyone have a good day? The day went by fast. Y'all can hear my husband probably. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to move my desk off of this wall again, because the sound comes right through. Yeah, definitely it was chillier today. It's weird, the guest thing is it's unlocked, but you can't tap on it, so I don't know if I know I've not been on here for 30 minutes yet. The sun finally came out today. I was so excited. Thought it would never come back out. It's been so rainy and gloomy. Yes, so-called mess. And the profile picture that I have here is the same profile picture on YouTube. That's crazy that you had snow. Hey, I feel ya. Alive and kicking is sometimes all we can ask for. Who is over there? Oh. I thought that you were saying she is over there in the other live. And I thought you meant Sue. And I was like, that's why my face was like, wait a second. Do what? Excuse me? I knew you would, Case. Me and you were like, huh? I really did. Because who said that in our group recently about her probably coming out and going public or some shit? I don't remember who in our group said it, but when you said that, I was like, hello. How's it going? Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. I would have never thought she would create a fake profile and go on Soul Searches Live and run her mouth. That was quite in 2 years. Hello. How are you? That prison iPad. That's funny. Well, I guess I'm gonna play the next recording. I know we have screen recordings of it. We have to. We need to, because I'm gonna get together all that, so I'll probably find all that. But yeah. So I went through and I thought I had everything in order on my list, but I didn't. They are. They sure are. They haven't stopped. So, hold on one second. Okay. All right. The next call that I am going to play is a call between our group. I think so, yeah. Our group and Abigail. Without Sue. This was right after. No, but I'm getting ready to plug it in. I got the charger right here. This is right after the call with the last call that y'all heard with Abigail and Sue on the phone. Phone's probably gonna fall. So. Everybody hold on. Okay, it didn't fall. Okay, cool. Okay. I know. It was so smart for us to do that. Just so we had. Am I on the same one? Get off of there. Okay. Probably. I know they had a whole bunch at that point, though. I mean, she was like live every day about it for a while. So, okay, here we go.
It's to be made. Correct?
Yes, but
It's to be made.
Somehow the call wasn't the full call, like it got started a couple minutes in, so that's why it starts out and you don't really know what they're saying.
It's to be made. Correct?
yes, but yes. So I mean, clearly yes. Like, so I donated paintings that yes.
During this phone call, you're gonna hear confusion on Abigail's part because she was being told one thing. We were being told one thing by Sue, but then that ended up not being how it was. Sue was telling her something different, and it made, once the family found out, it made them very confused. And they had a lot of questions, and there was a lot of like things that we had told Abigail, or one of us had told Abigail, but what we were being told wasn't accurate in the end. So it made us look like we were lying when we in fact weren't lying. We were just telling her what we were told about the situation versus what she had been being told by Sue on her own. It was a clusterfuck of confusion at this point for all of us, including the family. So there's a lot of, this is very like recent in this phone call. Emotions are high. Just, yeah.
Of course, obviously a canvas and the paint that was used to make the paintings, you know, yes, absolutely. But
So I need
no
receipts for those materials being paid for with donations from those people.
The paintings I painted 3 years ago, and I donated those paintings to be sold for. And
You
the
said that
resin
the materials were paid for, the canvases, the paint that you used
years
were
ago.
reimbursed.
No, I was not reimbursed.
Okay, so whoever
No,
was
absolutely.
reimbursed for
Nobody was
materials.
ever reimbursed for any materials. No, no one was ever reimbursed for materials.
Bethany,
Mhm.
is Bethany on here?
No, she's at work right now.
Please. Okay, well, she told me otherwise. She said that donations that were made or given that were supposed to be given to us were used to pay for materials for people to make those items. So she said, for instance, someone made a quilt. You guys paid for materials for the quilt and the needles and whatever that was needed
No.
for the quilt to be made was reimbursed to that person.
Shipping was
shipping $38, and shipping is how much only money that person will get to reimburse them for shipping.
yes.
She said that it was paid for materials as well as shipping.
Well, there must have been a misunderstanding there because there was never no money was reimbursed to anybody for materials whatsoever. Some people donated the shipping to the family as well and just took it out of their pocket. And some people asked for their shipping cost for the items back. And that was what was reimbursed.
Okay, so then we need to have another conversation with
Only a couple minutes. I just got started playing the recording. Should I hold off for a minute? You don't know why this is on your feed. What is this about? Okay, I post about the Micah Miller case, and this is about Sue Nelson, a woman who came in and offered to do a fundraiser and ended up scamming Micah Miller's family along with all of us who donated. And these are phone calls once she finally admitted to stealing the money.
Bethany on the phone then when she gets off work.
Yeah.
Because she told me otherwise. Whenever I spoke with Sue and Bethany, that's what they told me. And then I told her, well, then that's not technically donated items. If you're reimbursing people for the materials to create the items, then it's not a donated item.
Yeah, right.
You're
No, that
paying
didn't
for
happen.
it.
No, and I don't know where the misunderstanding happened, but she'll be able to clear that up for you for sure.
And the advertisement things,
I'm not sure what the advertisements are for because we never advertise.
So when Sue sent a spreadsheet of everything that was like broken down for Abigail to see like how much that they were going to get versus how much was spent out, all of a sudden this spreadsheet had advertising, it had cost of goods. Like she had offered all of these items to begin with. She was like, they're just sitting around my house. They're stuff I had already made. So I'm just going to donate it. Once she started offering custom items, she even offered that. She said, well, I won't charge for any of the supplies and all of that. Well, once she had this spreadsheet made to give to the family to like break down how much money had been brought in versus how much money it cost to make things, shipping and all of that, she had all of a sudden it was cost of goods included and all this extra shipping and all these different things. And that is an advertisements when we never paid for any type of advertising or anything. Yeah, that was a pallet of stuff. Yeah, it was like she offered all of this out of the goodness of her heart, not for any type of reimbursement for any type of supplies or anything. And even the people that did donate during the rest of the auctions, their items, they donated that stuff freely, like no reimbursement for anything except for some people we did reimburse shipping cost for. So yeah, that's where she's like questioning like this spreadsheet that she was given by Sue, and we can't answer it because we didn't have access to this info and we didn't really understand what the fuck the spreadsheet said either.
advertised for anything. We never paid for any advertisements. So I'm not,
Okay, that's what she
where the
told me as well.
misunderstanding, I'm not sure where the misunderstanding about that comes in. I don't know if Etsy had anything that had any advertisements or anything that might have been part of Sue's Etsy shop, maybe. But
Me
all
too.
of that's allocated and detailed in the Etsy spreadsheets that we have now been given. I don't even have a bank account. So, I mean, none of us ever had any access to any of the funds. It was literally all Sue offered to do all of this. Sue, and yes, we blindly trusted her because, I mean, we didn't know her before all of this. None of us knew each other before all of this. And so our mistake to blindly trust someone. Yeah.
I also want to add that it wasn't necessarily blindly trusting someone because, like I said, up until this came out publicly, everything that you searched on Sue Nelson was valid. She had done multiple fundraisers. She had been in the news for doing fundraisers. She had every single thing that she told us we checked into early on, and it was all accurate. It was all valid. There was nothing out there for someone who I believe has been a career criminal, a career scammer, fraudster. She had never been caught. So everything that was out there looked to be legit. So when I say blindly trust, I don't believe it was necessarily blindly, like in reality.
We've been gathering up every single detail of any spreadsheets.
Absolutely.
We've asked her also for screenshots or picture, bank statements and everything. So we will have all of that to give you. We have a recording of the phone conversation where we finally got her to admit, because up until yesterday, she was still lying to us saying that the check was sent. That's why I messaged you yesterday. She was still holding true to the fact that she had the check, that she had cut the check and sent the check. And come to find out, she said that she had an accountant. There's no accountant. Everything that she told us was an absolute lie. And it was up until last night that we believed everything she said up until last night. And we have recordings of her admitting everything.
Okay. Yeah. So could you just send those to me?
Yeah,
You can
absolutely.
send them to the email as well. Whatever spreadsheets so she's cooperating with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So then whatever she sends you, I need it sent to the jfmicah777@gmail.com.
Okay.
Because Bethany told me something else as well. She told me that the costs, because after I got the spreadsheet, and I had questions about it, because there's about 62% that was used from donated money to make the auctions actually happen.
Also, I want to point out that during all of this, I had gotten Abigail, the family, in contact with Sue because this was Sue's doing. This was Sue's profession. This was what Sue, she had talked with them about I had talked with them early on about the Etsy shop. But after that, I got them in contact so that they could discuss, she wanted them to open up a nonprofit, and I believe now that was for her to be able to prolong having to send funds. And I also believe that had something to do with the fact that she had used a stolen Zeffy account from the other fundraiser that she stole money from to use for this one. And she was doing something with that. So, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I'm going to also talk about spreadsheets. There's been this talk of spreadsheets. We never were given access to any type of spreadsheets from Sue. No login info, no nothing for anything. We didn't have any access to anything as far as money was coming in, what orders were coming in. And spreadsheets were spreadsheets that our group had formulated based off of our lives and who won what during the live. It was literally just taking the information of this person won this item, this person won that item, and putting it into a spreadsheet. So that's where there were a lot of people, a lot of haters talking about, well, they had access to this spreadsheet and that spreadsheet. Nah, Actually, no. We had no access to Sue's stuff. We had access to what happened on the lives and what people we knew had won whatever item or whatever tickets had been, whatever. So those are the spreadsheets, the only spreadsheets that me or my group ever had until she was finally busted.
So I said, where did all the money go? Why is the cost
Yes, Crampon, yes.
so high? And she said, because it costs for you guys to create the items for the materials for the auction and then advertisements as well. So she said people were reimbursed for some of the items that they quote donated for the materials for the item. And her and I had a conversation where I told her that's not truly donated.
Right. Yeah. I don't know where the miscommunication came with that. So I know she'll be able to clear that up because, yeah. And also, I will say that looking at the spreadsheets, we questioned it all along. I have been questioning all along the amount of money, and she's told us all along that she would give us access to these things and always made excuses. But I will tell you, looking at the spreadsheet, it does not look accurate. It looks
right,
like,
which is why I had questions.
Right, exactly. Which is why we also had questions as well. And we have now been sent the spreadsheets and the access to the record of the Etsy shop and everything so that we can try to piece together all of it to be able to add it all up to really have an accurate view of what
She
had
did
been
say that, Sean.
done. We also, items still had not been completed and delivered from her. So this morning we had her put a box out. We had someone that we knew that was close by to where she lives, and we had her box everything up and put it on her doorstep, and we had someone pick it up, and we are going to be sorting through the rest of the things that need to go be shipped out to be able to send those out to people.
Yeah, because I had somebody even reach out to me, and I referred them back to Sue.
Right, and she's been lying all along. That's the thing. It's like it's become one thing after another, and it finally got to the point where we finally realized that all the lies and everything that she had been saying, and then we finally got on the call and we were like, "This isn't right. Something's not right." And she forged an email. She faked an email. She has been lying about everything. She is an absolute fraud, and none of us had a single clue. I have literally been on the verge of a panic attack because I put my name out there.
You put my name out there. You put my whole family's name out there. So it's not even about that anymore. It's about my family being misinterpreted.
Well, you're not the only. I appreciate what you're saying, Abigail, but it's not just your family that's being dragged through the mud with this. It's also me and my family and all the people that have put themselves out there as trusting Sue and defending Sue when she has been scamming all of us. So, I mean, I understand that you've lost Micah, and I understand that that's your sister, and I understand that she's lost her life, and this was something that we were doing to try and help out your family, but it doesn't change the fact that my name has now been dragged through the mud, and I've been accused of horrible things that I've not ever done. So, I do have respect and empathy for what you're going through and what your family's going through, but it doesn't change the fact that a lot of us have been drugged down too.
I'm not saying you guys haven't, but at the end of the day, y'all aren't the ones that have to answer for it. Yeah, maybe momentarily you guys do, maybe momentarily you guys do, and maybe momentarily people have been saying things to you, but from the beginning, our family has been attacked, and this is just another thing that we're going to get attacked for when we had nothing to do with it. You guys used our family's name because you were trying to help and do something wonderful. I get it, and we told you we appreciated it, and then now this is happening. No one asked us, can we use your family's name in starting to do this? Nobody said, hey, we're going to start doing this on behalf of your family. No one said anything. And then the second auction, I see that you guys are doing it. Okay, well I guess these people are doing an auction.
Also, I'm going to pause that and I want to clarify. I've clarified this multiple times before, but I want to clarify this. The very first auction that we had, Sue came to us and she said, hey, I've got all this resin stuff that I've made that I just want to sell. What if we just did like a auction and show the items, and people can bid for them, and whatever we raise that night, we can donate to the family. That was all it was supposed to be. So no fundraiser, nothing of that sort. So that first live, it was so successful that sparked that thing in a fraudster and a scamster's head. And she was like, oh, wow, well, I've got even more items. And she started digging out more items. I messaged the family that night of the first auction and told them about how much money was raised and how Sue just wanted to donate her items and blah, blah, blah. And I told them about us possibly doing another one, and they were all for it. They were excited about it. They wanted to help with it. They wanted to come in there. The father offered. I didn't ask him, and that's something else that's been misrepresented. I never asked him to come in my live and play music. He came to me and offered to do that. And I was like, wow, sure, that's wonderful. Everyone is going to love that. So I just want to make that clear. The very first night was never intended to go on the way that it did. It was never intended to be this big fundraiser. We would have never done that. That night was just meant for her to sell off a couple of items that she had in her house that she had already made. And we did so well, and we were so proud that we messaged the family that night. And I'm like, we raised this much money, and I'm so proud. We're thinking about doing it again. The family even asked me for advice on how to host an auction and all of that for when they did it for the benefit. So I just want to clarify that there was never anything done behind the family's back. There was never anything done without their knowledge. So I just want to clarify that.
I mean, it's hard for me to be thankful at the same time as not be angry, because you guys got like a story out there. You got a lot of people to see it, and you got a lot of people to understand what's going on. And I am grateful for that. And I have told you multiple times, thank you. And then now all of this, like, it's not even, I'm not upset that we aren't getting any of the funds. I'm upset for everybody else who has been scammed through this process, for our name to be used to allow other people's to be scammed.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, but you also can't put responsibility on people who had no idea that someone was pulling such a scam.
If you are in charge of a group and one of the people...
No, this phone conversation was the last time that I spoke to them. We tried reaching out to them couple more times to get updates and to update them on what we knew, and I was told to not to contact that number again. So I reached out to Michael, same thing, didn't get a response, and I've not spoken to any of them since.
Well, underneath you does something that reflects you as well.
Okay, and that was it. That was the end of that call. Last time I ever spoke with her. So that was on September 24th. We were ghosted again. After that, Sue claimed that one time she was going to get her father to give her the money. That fell through. Well, then we didn't hear from her again. And the next time we heard from her, she had brought in an advocate, someone who was going to handle everything. So this next phone call that you're going to hear is that phone call with that advocate. So yeah. Ramona. And I know some of y'all know and remember about Ramona because I still have something on my freaking face that's bothering me. When she had become the advocate, she told us to make everyone go through her. No more through us, not through Sue. if anybody needed any items, anybody needed anything, and if Sophie's in here, Sophie can say this too, that I messaged anybody that messaged me. I reverted them to this woman named Ramona that was standing in as an advocate for Sue. So this is our phone call with Ramona.
It's Ramona.
Okay, I gotta remember to.
I understand that Sue, it's Ramona. I understand that Sue owes you $5,000. Is that correct?
It's probably more than that, but yes.
Can you give me an exact total?
Well, that's hard because she just sent spreadsheets.
Okay, I need an exact total. I will write you a check, and I need you to agree not to press charges. We will make this right, and we will do what we need for her on her end. That's all we need to do. She's made a terrible mistake. She's apologized. I'm here to help her get the help she needs. We need to make you whole. Will you agree not to press charges?
I can't agree to anything right now because the whole party isn't here. Because
Can
it's
you
happening.
repeat what was said? I just joined in, and I would like to hear.
You would like to what? We lost you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm also sick, so my voice is like
Oh,
going out. But I just joined on here and just wanted to. I joined in late, so I missed what was said. If you could start over, please.
oh, it was simply that I need a.
It showed that she was on there, but I don't know. She must not have been able to listen until, because when I first start playing it, y'all all three are on there.
A number
I hate mine too.
so I can write you a check.
Who is
And
this?
if you-
I'm sorry.
So, I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Hold
Hold on.
on.
Ramona's a friend of mine that I've reached out to because I've been such a fuck up or whatever. But she is willing to help me make you whole, make the situation, pay the money, but also she's gonna make me get help because I need it.
And this is my
But
background.
here's Ramona.
This
Hold
is
on.
my background. This is my job. I have a degree in psychology. I worked at crisis intervention. I'm a court-appointed special advocate for children. This is what I do. This is who I am. I will help make her whole, make you whole, if you will agree not to press charges. And on my end from here, she's going to go to some type of rehabilitation, whatever it needs to get her back on track. And so what we'd like to do.
Don't worry, in a few minutes you're going to get video of this. You're going to get to see exactly what she looked like in that moment.
Is to simply make you whole if you would agree not to press charges.
Listen to them trying to convince us that I'll give you the money if you promise not to press charges on me for committing a fucking crime.
Courtney, we need other people here. We can't make that call.
Are you talking to me?
No, she's talking to Courtney.
I know, that's what I thought.
I'm sorry. There's a group of people that I owe money to that I fucked up.
But
So one, we're trying to
she
look
wasn't.
through all the spreadsheets and figure out, because we're not sure that the $5,000 is an accurate amount that she's
Okay.
going to owe back. We have also already had conversation with the family that this money was raised for.
Which
So
I
it's
told them
not
that.
also our call on the it's not like if Sue could have came to you before he had to reach out to the family, then we could have
Well,
maybe avoided it. So we're gonna have to talk to the family
Right.
and see about the charges. So we can't
And-
make any promises there.
Right. And we can't do anything about what's already happened. We just want to go forward from here.
Right.
I'm
I was
willing-
just letting you know
Right.
that's
No, I
what the
understand. I understand.
issue is with the cops.
Yes.
But
And
we also have to get down into all these spreadsheets. It's a big mess, and we're
Yeah.
trying to figure it all out on
Yeah.
what,
But
what
if we
is
were,
actually
if
owed
she
to
was
the
to cut a
family.
check for 5,000 today to whomever, would that be at least a start? And
well, no, I'm not making
okay,
a check.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not writing a check to whomever because I need to
Well,
know.
not to whomever.
Yeah, but
Ramona,
I need to
you know what I
know.
mean.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Ramona talk. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
to
I'm
the
here.
responsible
I'm just
party.
really
Me
upset.
Yeah,
So
I will help
helping me.
get the money to the responsible party because that's what the goal is, and that's what the goal has been in this fundraiser, to help the family. And so I will help her And where she and I go from here with rehab and all the things that are important, we will do. I simply want to get her past this one hurdle.
Well,
That was the other part of it. Apparently, it wasn't just this. She went to this woman, and apparently, this woman was going to pay her debts and was going to force her to go to rehab. This woman was supposed to take over her children. Her children were supposed to stay with her. So it wasn't just this woman was going to swoop in and pay the money. She was going to force her to go to rehab. That's what the story that we were told.
we will have to reach back out to the family and
Okay?
ask them or bring this to their attention.
Yes.
And I don't know if they would prefer, I don't
And
know.
her
We're gonna
mother's also taking care of the kids for me.
Yeah, that's not even an issue. That's not an issue for them either. That's between.
I just wanted them to
Yeah.
know because they were concerned about all of you.
And this is what I did in my career. I fostered children. I can tell you 100 things. I investigated child abuse.
Does anybody remember what the date was of this call? I want to say it was the 30th. I want to say it was the 30th, but I could be wrong. Like there was a period of time of us waiting, and we hadn't heard anything because the last thing that we had heard, she was supposed to get money from her father or sell her house. It was just one thing after another.
I'm a resource, and I'm happy to keep the girls here. And that's actually not an issue for anyone other than Child Protective Services. That would be between Sue and them and me. And so that's not anything for anyone else to be concerned about. I will be
Right.
their resource.
And you can call her. She'll give you her number directly. I know this is my
Yeah.
number.
And what,
Yeah,
what
that-
I'm sorry, did you say it's Ramona?
Hold on a second.
And she knows my family as well.
Yes, and
There.
yeah.
Yeah, you want to show me the camera?
Yeah. Oh, look at me.
Don't look at me. No.
I was ironing and cleaning my house.
Family as well.
Yes, and
There.
yeah.
Yeah, you want to show me the camera?
Yeah. Oh, look at me.
Don't look at me. No.
I was ironing and cleaning my house.
I don't think they care. They don't
Yeah,
want to look at me. I don't know around them.
Yeah, I'm a resource for her. Whatever she needs, I will do. I am approved to do all of this. I've done it for their family in another situation with her sister and their children, her children with her ex-husband. So I am trained.
This is my family.
Yeah, I am trained. I am qualified. And the reality is you all simply need to be made whole. And anything that needs to be done with Sue will be done on this part. And that's really not a concern of anyone's but ours. Concern of anyone's but ours.
So Casey was the one head of all of this. She would be the one that you really need to talk to about this.
Okay.
She's the one on camera.
welcome to make it whole with a check or whatever right now,
Yeah.
immediately.
I can get them a cashier's check if you want. I can do, my personal check is good. You can take it right to Wells Fargo. That's where it's drawn on. That is not an issue for me. As
This is
long
my
as,
family.
as long as you all are made whole and there's an agreement not to press charges, We will handle everything else here. And that's all that's really important at this point. She made a mistake and
A big mistake. And
I
she's
know.
gonna make me go, like, I'm gonna get help. I promise.
And that's all that needs to be. We don't need to punish her or anything else. She feels badly, but she needs help. And that's what I'm here for.
That's why I'm here.
I'm
sorry?
as far as the police and anything is concerned, it's out of my hands at this point.
Has it been reported to the police already?
Well, Abigail and the family are probably going to be pressing charges. That is out of my hands. This wasn't my family. I didn't use. I have to protect myself and my family.
Yeah.
And
She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand the full, like, how it all. She doesn't understand the whole thing.
Can you let me speak, please?
Of course.
Thank you. My name has been dragged through the mud, and I'm now having to spend my days proving that I had nothing to do with this. And can you mute Sue, please? We had to contact the family because legally, the family needed to be let know, and it's
so
not. I don't even know if I can't press charges at this point because it's my name, my platform, and there are hundreds of people who have sent their hard-earned money for things that they have not received. And if I don't do what I need to do legally, it comes back on me. Not just me, probably several people in this group, but mainly me. I just spent 20 minutes on a phone call where I was pretty much chewed out for what Sue has done. And I am having to scrounge around and find the proof to prove that I didn't have access to the funds, to prove that it wasn't me. And as far as 5,000, I don't think 5,000 is going to cut it, to be honest, because Abigail has run the money, she's run the numbers, and she doesn't believe that the money is accurate and the spreadsheets are accurate. So it's kind of out of my hands at this point.
Okay, that's fine. I'm perfectly fine.
No, I don't want to have. I would never want to ever do that to someone. But I also, it's going to come back on me, and it's going to come back from the family, and it's also going to come back. If it goes public, it's going to come back from all of these many people.
Well, you all will not be the at-fault party. The at-fault party will have made restitution, and there's no need for anything else. That's the goal, is to make restitution for the family from the at-fault party. She has spoken to the family and told them she messed up and she wants to make it whole. I'm going to help her do that. And that's all that needs to be done. We don't need, any lectures for her, and we're sorry that you were affected. But what we need to do now is
hold on.
I'm sorry, what?
Casey, Ramona doesn't understand the exact, like, how it all went down. I just kind of showed up at her house today.
But that's okay. That's okay.
But she's willing to help make it right on my behalf.
She said she doesn't need a lecture. Watch me. I'm spiraling. I'm like, lecture? What? Lecture?
So all we need to do is reimburse, and the at-fault party is taking full responsibility. And if they choose to press charges, so be it.
That's right.
We can't do anything about that. But I've just thought that you were a person that I could ask that from. But if we need to talk directly to the family, which Sue has already done, I don't know that anything else beyond that, the offer to make restitution is what we're asking.
Okay, so number one, I don't understand what you mean about lecturing because
she knows that she's hurt you, and she knows that other people have been hurt. And as awful as that is,
what I need to say to whomever who has frauded me and committed an illegal act towards me and my
right. Well, so, the only part I'm involved. Yeah, the only part I'm involved in right now is making the other party whole, and then we can go on from there with other things.
Okay, but I legally have to do what I legally have to do.
Then maybe Casey, she's willing to pay the money right now.
It doesn't matter, Sue.
Okay.
No, that doesn't. I know.
Don't argue. Sorry.
I'm going to explain to you that you've committed fraud, and now all of the people who trusted in me and
she understands that. He understands that.
talk, please. I would
Well,
really
I don't
like
want,
able to.
no, I appreciate you. I just want you to know
I said, can I talk, please? I would really like to be able to speak. The fuck?
he understands that. He understands that.
Talk, please. I would
Well,
really
I don't
like
want,
able to.
no, I appreciate you. I just want you to know that this is a situation we're going to find the remedy for very quickly. And whatever else happens, we don't have control over. We will accept it, and that will be that.
Tell your family.
Yeah, I'm family, and we just need to,
Did you hear her? She whispers to her, tell her we're family.
will be that.
Tell your family.
Just tell her
Yeah,
we're family.
I'm family.
Did you hear it? Listen carefully. She tells Ramona, tell her we're family.
We don't have control over. We will accept it, and that will be that.
Tell your family.
Just tell her
Yeah,
we're family.
I'm family, and we just need to fix it, make the other party whole, and whatever you all proceed to do, we can't do anything about. We can't control it. It was a request not to press charges. If you all decide to, we'll deal with that too.
Yeah, you fucking will.
Maybe y'all just need to reach out to Abigail and have this conversation with her. But
Abigail is the family.
Yeah, we will do that.
and
So
then
it's not-
y'all please let us know after y'all talk to her
No.
what is said.
She wasn't.
Sure,
What?
That is ultimately who you need to speak with at this point.
great. That makes it so much easier. I appreciate your time, and we're going to
Right.
move forward and do exactly that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. All right, bye.
Wait, how do y'all want us to get in touch with Abigail? Ramona's my family,
What do you mean?
and she's
Fucking
here
call her.
willing to help me.
I don't normally look like this.
I know you don't look like that. Stop.
I guess Facebook Messenger.
Whatever.
You have
I didn't tell Abigail because I was asked not. I mean, because you got.
No, she went to this person because she didn't want to tell her family. She thought if she went to this person would pay her debts. She'd get out of it. She wouldn't get caught, and then she wouldn't get caught. The dominoes were like, you know what I mean? Like the house was crumbling. It's like she went to this woman because she was hoping her family didn't find out. She was hoping that this woman could pay $5,000 and it would get her out of this situation, and then no one would have found out about the other shit that she had been doing. So that was her last ditch effort, in my opinion, to try to get out of it all.
Guys told me not to make it when I talked to her earlier, not to say that I would be sending her the money, so I didn't. But I want what we're sending her the
But
money
at the
right
time,
now.
that was just words. That was before you got to Ramona, and so you know, you got to understand where our thoughts are. So
I know, I understand. That's why I'm here.
Yeah,
And that. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's hard to believe someone that's committed fraud. I totally understand that because they've lied to you in the past. I'm here to say that I will make it whole, and then wherever the chips fall, they simply will. We can't control that. We're just going to move forward with me, myself, and professionals move forward to help Sue to get out of this. And that's what we're offering.
She's taking care of my kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I get help.
Yeah, but that's not an issue.
Well,
for
they
them.
know
Yeah.
they're very concerned about the
Yeah,
kids.
well,
I mean,
children are fine. And
well, they need to know
fine.
that.
Yes, I'm a resource.
I know you are.
And
I love you.
just what I've done in my
Her alcohol and Smex work addiction.
profession. I investigated child
No, Ramona never sends any money at all. You're gonna hear it.
abuse, court-appointed special advocate, and that's all that's really important. Is the children are fine. If someone wants to make a report to CPS, that's fine too. We will deal with it head on.
But they won't do that.
I know, but
I am only wanting to make sure that I am held accountable for someone else's fraud.
yeah, well, you won't be because we're going to make it right.
First thing I want is for Sue to get help. I have
Well,
literally.
that's why she's here.
That's why I'm here.
Can I please speak? Like
Like,
every time I go to
shut
talk, I
up.
get interrupted. Like
Well, just let me.
every time I go to talk, I get interrupted. Like literally.
That's why she's here.
That's why I'm here.
Can I please speak? Like every time I go to talk, I get interrupted. Like
Well, just let me finish. All we want to do is right now is for me to make it right for Sue, and that's what I'd like to facilitate.
And then we hung up on her. Oh, I was so mad. Oh my gosh, I was so mad. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely wanted to control the situation. I don't know. I'm still confused about how Ramona got in.
Ramona.
I don't.
Called Abigail directly. Ramona called Abigail directly.
She didn't get money from me. Well, I mean, I donated money to her to make things so that she would donate that money to the family, but she got it through her Cash App and PayPal. I think it was a week since we heard from Ramona that she bailed on everything.
To let her know that we were going to provide restitution. And
the next call, this is after apparently Sue and Ramona had a talk with Abigail.
Help for me.
And that's all that
Yep.
needs to be said, and that's all that needs to be said. And here's Ramona. I don't know what else.
Crisis management, we're just going to assault the problem.
But we
get some
didn't
help, and that's all we need to
I
do.
think these guys are trying to help figure out how much the dollar
Yeah,
amount is, because we
that's what
didn't
we need.
know, and we told Abigail we didn't know, but that whatever the amount is would be handled
As soon as they give us
ASAP.
the fig- as soon
We
as
just
they
need
give
the
us
I want to
figure.
know too, like what is going on, because we're trying to see.
And what is going on as far as what?
Like, what did Abigail say? Is she okay with
Okay,
y'all sending
hold
the
on.
money?
Ramona's going to take.
She spoke to me. I explained to her what we're doing. When we get a figure, we will issue a cashier's check for them or for whomever. We simply are attacking that problem. That problem resolves anything we can do from this point on our side. And then I will move forward with Sue to get the help that she needs.
And you're also let them know you're taking care of the kids.
Yes, and well, that's not their issue.
Well, I know, but they're very concerned because they
Well,
know the kids.
yeah,
Well, we
well,
know at this point the kids will be taken care of, and we're thankful for
Yeah.
that because we do love our
Yeah.
kids.
Yes, and we do too. I'm a resource. It's not an issue.
But
It's-
also, I have another question.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, it's fine with whatever Abigail does on her end. That's fine. But what about the $1,000 that you've taken from 5 or 6 people that needs to go back to them personally?
Okay, we will handle that. We just want to handle this right now at this moment.
Okay.
And if we can get supporting documentation for that, that would be.
I can give you that.
Okay, yeah, then we will discuss that. Right now, we just need to handle that issue. Her children are safe. Sue is with me, and we are going to move forward to get her help. We can handle all of that. If you would bear with me, we can handle that tomorrow.
Okay, so Ramona is not just like some neighbor. She's
No,
a family
family.
friend who's involved with the church and is
And it's
very,
like professional training.
and it's her professional training.
Yeah.
I've sought her for assistance in my
Yeah.
personal issues.
And you're fine, Sue, you're fine. We're going to handle all that from here. So I thank you so much for your care and concern for her, and we will handle the next problem tomorrow. We just want to get this done for today. Abigail said she would let us know after she talks to her family what their next step is, and we're fine with that. You know, whatever happens, happens. We can't control it. We're just going to move forward and make what's wrong right, and that's all that we can do. Okay.
And she gave Abigail her direct
Yeah.
number as well.
My name
she
and
will give
everything.
y'all her direct number too, so you can call her.
Yeah, and that way,
I got it.
I mean, I get
it's okay. They don't trust you.
I
That's
know.
okay.
Well, we did, Ramona. Believe me, we
I
did.
understand. No,
Right.
I understand. I understand completely. And when someone is in the midst of their greatest difficulty, and they reach out for help, then that's what I'm here to do for her, is to help direct her to get help. And she has asked for forgiveness. She's holding herself accountable, and that's the most we can do, and that's the most important thing right now. So I really appreciate your call, and we will handle those other issues tomorrow with the other people, and I'll get more information on that. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
So then at that point, I mean, she was like, everything goes through me. We were trying to reach out to Sue to let her know people that messaged us of orders or whatever, we needed info on. And she said, Ramona said to divert everything to her. I can't speak. She's the one that's going to speak for me. She's going to speak for me. So we were only allowed to contact Ramona at that point. And then they also told us to have everyone who was owed items and stuff like that to refer to Ramona. So we gave out Ramona's name and number to these people like we were asked to do. Well, I guess Sue did not tell the full truth to Ramona, is what I believe. And so once Ramona started getting all this stuff and seeing how complicated and how fucking crazy it was and how much money it was going to be, I think she bailed on her. That's what I really believe. Let me make sure that there's nothing in this.
You can see call waiting. I'm sorry, if you can see my phone number. Now, I know Verizon was out yesterday, but I haven't had any trouble with any calls today, so.
Okay, I can retry it. Do you want me to hang up and call you back?
Sure, that'd be great. Thank you.
Okay.
I love it. I gotta play it again. I love that. Oh my god. Oh, I love it. It's so funny. I didn't know that was on there, and I was listening to the recordings earlier, and I heard that, and I was like, I died. I was like, oh my god, Tiffany. Okay.
And I know that. And I'm okay with that.
I know. Me too.
Okay, well, I think all we have to say is we hope that you get help. And if there's anything that we need, if we have any questions, we just ask that you'll reply to us and answer.
I promise. I said I wouldn't ghost you earlier, and it wasn't my intent if I did or you felt that way. I answered as soon as I could, but I won't as long as I can. I promise I'll answer or reply or whatever.
Okay.
Because I just want it right, and I want it right by y'all, not by me, because I'm a fuck up. It's my fault. I did it, and I need to own up to it, which I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm playing the only ones that I have. This one is y'all and me.
Sorry.
Well, this is your first step, and you still have a lot of other steps that you need to take.
I think she was out for revenge on me for catching her in her fraud.
And your actions are what are
That's the only
gonna.
thing I can think
But
of.
first step, the owning it is the fucking hardest. Like,
I mean, think about it, y'all. She went to Ree. She went to Anita. She went to Lady Trey. She went to all of these people that hated me, okay? Soul Search. All she did was fuel the hate. All she did was fuel that train of haters and lives and the bullshit and the harassment and all. She literally fueled it. Because they hated me so much that when this happened, they wanted to blame me for it anyways. But now they've got Sue coming to them and telling them lies. It literally It was exactly what they wanted. Yes. Fuel to the fire. And she knew that.
It sucks. I promise I'm not a bad person, but I've done bad things. Like, I get it. Okay, I can't have another panic attack.
Yeah, I bet.
But I owe nothing more than to make it right for y'all. That's it. That's all I care about.
The only thing I can say about her talking to JP was that during the investigation, we were contacted by the investigator and he asked us, is there any reason why Sue would be talking to JP? This was after he had raided her and raided her house, had her cell phone and laptop. So the only thing that I can gather from that is that based off of their evidence and their research into her phone and stuff, they found communication between the two of them.
And my kids, obviously.
We wish you, like,
Yes, you will, Case
with
Face.
getting help.
Yes, you will. Okay, so if any of y'all are in here that was a part of this, and if y'all remember when that last call was with Ramona, where she had talked to the family, I want to say that this was a week. Well, the 24th was the day that we found out everything that morning. The 24th during the day was the day that we had the call with Abigail where Sue confessed everything. So this is between the 24th, and so it took all the way to October 1st is when we got a text from Ramona that was like, I'm no longer a part of this. I'm out, pretty much. And we were like, what the fuck? Because the only reason why we hadn't contacted the police or done anything at this point was because we were still being told that, and they also prolonged it. There were excuses like, well, Abigail hasn't given me a number of how much we need to cut the check for. There were all of these different excuses going on during that time before Ramona finally backed out. Ramona started ghosting us. Sue pretty much ghosted us. And then finally, this is the next call that we had with Sue on October 1st.
Repurchased it because I had to repurchase a lot because I missed the date to ship it by.
Also, through our research of her giving us all of the spreadsheets and everything that she had given us access to once she admitted everything, through our research, we had found out that she had purchased $2,500 in postage or shipping and had taken them back and refunded them. So she had bought these things to make it look like she was buying the postage stamp and it had the tracking number. And so she would give someone a tracking number to make it look like she had sent the item, but then she would go and get a refund for all of them. So it was around $2,500 of shipping things that she had purchased and then got refunded.
Maybe, I don't know, you just send it to me. I'll look at it and I can explain some things, I guess.
No, they were purchased once and then they were refunded back to you.
And then purchased again.
And there's no record of it being purchased again. Not on what
There's
you
not promised.
And when we're bringing this up to her, she's trying to tell us, well, yeah, I bought them. I got them refunded, but then I purchased them again. But like, she's just making excuses. It was $2,500 in shipping costs, in shipping labels that she purchased, got refunds for. And there were no record whatsoever of her repurchasing those.
So there's not $2,500 I purchased that I didn't ship out.
It's over $2,000, yeah. It's
That
on
doesn't make
that.
sense. Okay, well, I'll just,
If it's not, then I don't know if you fabricated that sheet, but that's what it says.
I wouldn't fabricate anything that I sent you that day, but I will look at it. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not discounting it. I have no problem.
I also, listening to this back earlier, this call and the next couple, I want y'all to notice the difference in her tone of voice. Like, she sounds, it's very different from her tone and her demeanor in all of the calls prior. So in the first few minutes of this one, she has her earbuds in and you're not able to hear it as well. But in a couple minutes, she'll take her earbuds out and you'll be able to hear it a lot clearer. This is her, up until now, she's just mumbling excuses about I didn't, I ended up purchasing them again. I don't know, maybe I did, or maybe I didn't, just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do that. But I mean, maybe it just looks like that. I'm not so sure.
I know it looks like that, but like her, like almost like she's like monotone, like something is weird with her on this call.
But I'm looking to look at whatever he's saying and get those weekends.
I can't make out what that is, sorry. I'm sitting there like, huh.
So you've not discussed anything with Ramona about the money that was owed to the family?
I have had multiple discussions with her about what was owed, and
I've had multiple discussions with her about what was owed.
Was waiting on a final number. I believe she wanted to take that off my plate so I could focus on me.
She's like so slow talking, but she's like, we've had multiple discussions about the money that was owed. She was willing to take this off of my plate.
I think she became overwhelmed. This a lot, but it's my mess, so I'm looking at that. So.
Yeah, and it's a mess because we have spent hours and hours and hours sorting through whatever the fuck you sent us. It is a fucking disaster, and I don't think the world's best accountant could try to decipher the mess that you left for all of us to try and sort through. I mean, y'all are gonna do what you're gonna do, and Ramona's gonna, I guess, help in whatever way that she can. But in my personal opinion, all of the money that was sent to you, and that should be refunded back to everyone and sent to the family, because there is no way. I mean, there's no way to sort through it all to be able to come up with an exact number, because it is an absolute.
Ramona is a friend of Sue's that she went to try and get her to pay her debt. And Ramona came in hot and was going to make everyone whole, and she was going to pay her debts, and she was going to handle everything, and she was sending Sue to rehab and taking over responsibility of her children. But at this point, this phone call, Ramona texted one of us in our group and said that she's out. She has nothing to do with this anymore, and she's done. Out of nowhere. So this is a phone call. Sue wanted her to tell everyone that she was family, but she was a family-ish friend.
Fucking disaster. Nothing is accurate.
If you Google Sue Nelson, Richmond Hill, Georgia, you will see who she is.
It is an absolute shit show. And to leave that up to you.
Yes, we did talk to her sister, and it turns out her family knows this Ramona woman, and I think she was from church. But I don't know how close of a family friend this woman really was.
You wouldn't be very smart after everything that you've done. Then Ramona would have to handle it. But Ramona's not been involved from the get-go. And we all sure as shit ain't going to handle it, because it's not our responsibility. The only reason why we actually got that box was because we were trying to help you, and we expected that you were going to go in rehab and wouldn't be able to handle any of that stuff. But then once we got the box, we were going to send it back and have you pick it up, but you never responded. So we just went ahead and did what we felt we should do to try and help out the people who are upset because they've not gotten their orders to get those items out. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I would, if I were you, the entire amount of money that was sent. And I wouldn't try and take out shipping. I wouldn't try and take out costs for nothing. I would send the whole fucking amount at this point to the family, because if you've not spoken to the family, I don't see how they're not going to go to the police, honestly. And after,
We did talk to Abigail and once. I know it was once. I believe she had conversations after that, but I have to double check on that. But no, I planned on, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
sorry, you're breaking up or muffled, or I don't know. It's hard to hear you. Huh?
Sorry, let me also clarify that this phone call is before the text came through from Ramona that she was done. So this was a phone call earlier in the day of us like, what the fuck? What's going on? Can you update us? Can you tell us what's happening? Blah, blah, blah. So this is before we actually got the text that Ramona had backed out. Just to clarify, sorry. I made it seem like this was the call after that, but it's not. I don't know at this point. I'd have to go back and look, but I think January is when she was arrested. I was contacted in November. I was contacted right after my interview with Jesse Weber on Law and Crime. So it was in November that I was contacted by Richmond Hill detective. And yes, at that point, he had already been investigating her for a couple of months. So, yeah.
Sorry, I had to
Because this was October 1st.
take my earbud out. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Amanda.
much better.
Abigail.
Sorry. I'm trying to stay quiet because the kids are sleeping.
It's the middle of the day. Kids are
Okay, so
sleeping.
yeah, I do plan on, I'll do that for sure. I was planning on making a sizable donation anyway on top of the money.
Susan Nelson, Richmond Hill, Georgia. Hold on, y'all. I gotta plug my phone in, and I'm gonna have to set this back up because it's gonna. Oh, you're welcome. Hold on, please hold. Okay. No. Okay, there we go. Okay. You're welcome.
Just for my mess ups and to make it not right, because there's no way that'll make it right.
I unplugged it to flip my screen, and then I forgot to plug it back in. So,
But to make it,
oh,
I don't know. But that will happen.
So you don't know when, we're just trying to figure out on our end, like what's going on and see how we can, help the family. But we know that you guys have been communicating, or thought y'all were communicating with them. Do you know when Ramona will talk to them next and when stuff will be sent to them?
I don't, she didn't address the last time that she spoke with Abigail or where that sat in her text message last night, but we're going to sit down today and she's going to catch me up on who she's spoken with.
also, I want to let y'all know that she also had been lying to us since the first Ramona call and pretending like she was going to, during the day, going to some sort of like rehab. But that wasn't true either.
And all the update on that so that I can follow up and handle those things.
Okay. If you could please just
Same topic as the other night, Maddie.
give us some kind of update on that, because we just,
Oh, of
our
course.
main goal too is wanting to make sure that the family gets their money.
Yes, right,
And,
right. I understand.
we feel like we
That's court.
should be kept in the loop on, if it got, when they, when they're gonna get
Oh,
paid and when they
absolutely.
get paid.
And the amount and everything, yes, I agree.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, on the call, you don't hear everybody, but it's me, Tiffany, Sue, Court, Beach Chick, Britt, Jessica, and Marie. No, they did not. She's in jail. She's been in jail since January 30th. October 9th was her hearing. She was offered a plea deal. She got 2 years on top of what she's already served, 18 years probation, and has to pay restitution. Micah Miller fundraiser was not the only fundraiser she stole from. It was actually the fundraiser and the one charge that was the smallest amount. So if you go Google her, Susan Nelson, Richmond Hill, Georgia, you can see everything that she was charged with.
You said you're going to be speaking to her today?
I did,
Okay. Yeah, the family has not reached back out to us since that day at all. And I mean, understandably, they believe that.
There's not much new news, but I'm going to keep posting old news until there is new.
I guess I had something to do with it, or at least they're trying to dig into it all, which is a shame. But we just want to be sure that even though we didn't have any access to anything or responsibility in any of this, we just want to make sure that the family is taken care of, and people that donated their hard-earned money, if they've not gotten their items, that they get their refunds,
absolutely. I appreciate everything that you guys have done. And I mean, apologies I can't, sorry doesn't cut it. So I'm working on it. Just trying to get this handled so that I can focus on myself a little bit more.
You've been focusing on yourself too fucking much, honey. Get your finger off that bean.
Okay, so are you gonna call us on here once you hear from her?
Yes, I can.
Okay, yeah. All right, that'll work. Does anybody else have anything else they want to add?
Nope, as long as we get to know that about the family and the money's sent, then I don't have anything else.
I'm sorry.
I do have a question for Sue. Sue, I was wondering, did you send those things to Michael, Francis, and Queen Sheep? I have not heard from either one of them.
I did not send the items to Michael Francis. Those are there. They were curing, but as I added some stuff, so I've got.
This is October 1st, and I can get a breakdown of the timeline. I can also share like parts of our chats to give more of like a timeline. If that's something y'all are interested in, I really don't mind putting all that together. That way you have even more insight into how everything went and the timing and all.
Got them here. If I didn't add them in with the stuff that I sent, I'm not 100% sure. I forgot, and I can go look. I did send Queen Sheep stuff. That's been received. She's had that for a while, a week or so.
Okay, I haven't spoken
Yes.
with her either, and I haven't.
Yeah, the 24th was her confession to us in the early morning hours, and then during the day, she contacted Abigail. So this was the October 1st.
Spoken with Michael. I was going to reach out to him because he is my friend, and but I haven't.
I may not have included that because I don't know. I was a mess that day. I'm sorry.
he hasn't reached out to me and said thank you, and he knows that I purchased those for him.
Okay.
That's Beach Chick.
And so, could you please ship what?
We were all on there. We were.
I purchased for him, and I know all of that was already. Those were already made.
Yes, they are made. They're upstairs. If they weren't, if I didn't put them in the pile of stuff that was picked up, then they're upstairs, and I will certainly mail those out today. If the post office is open, I gotta check. I'm sure they are, but it's been kind of a mess around here with no power and whatnot. But
I appreciate that. They were not in the stuff. And
they weren't. Okay, then they're upstairs. They're in a different place. I'm sorry.
That's why.
Yeah, like I said before, during this time, up until this point, we had sent 2 of our members from our group to go to her house to pick up a box of items that she still needed to send out. And we're trying to sort through all of that to at least get the people that ordered things and were expecting them to get their items.
I was asking if you would please send those to him, and thank you for verifying that you did send Queen.
Yeah, her tracking is in the doc. Some of the stuff that I sent to the group or whatever. So you should have their tracking that shows it was delivered. Because I bought it and then I had to rebuy it because there were some issues at the post office. Whatever. Anyway, so there's 2 of them in there, but the last one that I purchased for her was the one that shipped out 2 weeks ago, maybe. I don't know. My time clock's a little bit off. So, but yeah, she definitely received it. I did double check and verify that.
I have another
Can someone send me the address for Michael Francis so I can get those out today, please?
We don't have his address. You'll have to reach out to him and get it yourself.
I want to play this again. Listen to how entitled. She's literally asking us to do shit for her. Still, at this point. Listen to this.
Can someone send me the address for Michael Francis so I can get those out today, please?
We don't have his address. You'll have to reach out to him and get it yourself.
Okay.
You lost your fucking mind.
Did anyone, I can't remember who it was, but did somebody send you ashes for a...
No, I never received the ashes.
Okay, we were just wondering about
but
that.
She did pay for it, and I've been waiting. And I meant that's I'm trying to think. I have it in my inbox flagged because I've been waiting on the ashes to come in.
She's been sick. Paradise Lost.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure if you had the ashes, that was another item that we wanted to either send the ashes back or.
I don't have the ashes, but I can if she wants the product, I can make it, not a problem.
If she wants the product, I can make it, not a problem.
If not, I'll probably refund her anyway. And
if not, I can refund her.
She doesn't want to send it, I'll make it, no problem. Refund. There it is. Do you know her? What's her name? Sorry, I have it in my.
As far as I know, she's doing good. I haven't talked to her in a little while.
Whole list of all the things opposite of what you owe the family that you owe to other people, like the classes that you.
How old is Sue? Sue's what? What was she? 43? I want to say 43, 44.
Or the $1,000 gift certificate, all of that stuff that's not going to actually be done now. But also, I want to make this known before we get off the call. We've not contacted the police because we were told by Ramona that money was to be sent to the family and that everything was going to be made fine with the family. And we discussed it with Abigail. And so we've not contacted the police for that reason and that reason only. And especially after digging through all of the spreadsheets and the shipping shit and all the stuff, we've not gone public because of that reason as well. Hold on a second.
And that's the end of that one because my kid was fussing. Let me get to the other.
and we do go public, then that comes back on the family as well. And if the family decides that that's not something they want, then we're not going to do it. So we're still waiting to find out and to be sure that that money's sent. But I just want you to realize if that money's not sent, we will have no choice but to contact the police.
Also, we had not contacted the police at this point because we were waiting on the family. We didn't know what they wanted us to do, what they were going to do on their own. We didn't know if they were going to contact the police on their end and then we could help them with that. We weren't sure at this point. We were still being told that, you know, Ramona was going to be sending the funds to the family. So it was that, like, we were still, like, in a waiting period of, like, not knowing for sure what our next steps were.
Oh, I understand.
There are so many people that are in an uproar about so many things with the money and fundraiser and after everything and how bad you scammed us all, I don't know how we wouldn't be able to go public with this eventually to help cover our names and our asses. But like I said, if the family decided that that's something they didn't want, then that's something we would not do, of course, because we wouldn't want to step on their toes or hurt them any more than they've already been hurt. But I just want to make that clear.
Well, thank you for letting me know. I mean, I deserve whatever's coming. And I mean, if that's what the family wants to do, that's fine. But I know that when we spoke with Abigail, she didn't like say one thing or the other.
No, I worked with the detective and you know, gave him everything that I had and helped him with that. And we all had interviews and we were all asked that if she did not take the plea deal, would we be willing to show up at court and testify against her? And of course, all of us in our group said yes. But she ended up being offered a plea and she accepted it.
One way or the other, but Ramona asked her to please, like, you know.
But I had multiple interviews with Bryan County Detective. Everyone in our group that was involved had interviews, recorded interviews with the detective. We spent plenty of hours scouring through files and documents and sending over, screenshotting all of our chats, sending everything over that we had to Bryan County. It was Georgia, Bryan County, Richmond Hill, Georgia.
Same thing that she asked you guys to do. But I don't know that she's had any further conversations, but I will find out today and I will give you guys an update on that with Abigail.
Okay. Well, because this was it started with the FBI and then it went to Bryan County, because Micah's fundraiser was not the only fundraiser that she was charged for. Now, in Micah's fundraiser, there was only $15,000 total money. As far as the FBI, for it to be considered, you know, worth it for them to investigate, it has to be over 6 digits. So it's over $100,000 for them to actually dig into it. So even though the other fundraisers included all totaled to more than that, the one Micah's fundraiser that was included people from all around was only a small amount. So also it was, she was the one that took the funds and the place where she was at was Georgia. So it ended up being something where we contacted Horry County and they were like, well, you know, everybody would have had to file a report in their own county, and with it being such a small amount from each individual person, it wouldn't have been enough for law enforcement or anyone to even do anything. So the fact that the FBI got involved, and she had done this with so many other things, Bryan County and the DA was able to come in and take her down for all of it. So the investigator from Bryan County that we worked with said that this was the biggest case that he's ever been involved in. So that says a lot.
There's also been people reaching out to Casey on Facebook saying that they were either blocked or your account's no longer there. And
Yes, they can send me an email at my email if that's helpful.
No.
No.
No, okay.
Well, I would appreciate if you would unblock people and put your accounts back on, because anything that you do.
She wanted us to reach out to these people, all these other people, and give them her email because she was a fucking coward and privated her accounts and was blocking people left and right that were trying to get their money, refunds, or their items. She's like, oh, just send them to this. Fuck you. Fuck you. You do it. I'm done with this shit.
Like that comes back on us and makes us look bad and causes more of a ruckus. I think that you should not be hiding. I think you should be out there. And I think the way that you sent Mindy to me and said, oh, well, she's got the box, blah, blah. I don't want any involvement in this. The fact that we got that box and we sent 29 items and stuff that you didn't send.
A lot of people were.
Thank you. Like you're welcome. But I don't think it's right for you to tell people that. I don't think it's right at this point for you to put any responsibility.
Yeah, because we had taken it upon us to send 2 of our people to go pick up a box from her house. We had no responsibility. We did not have to do this. But because we cared about the people in this case, the people that had not gotten their items, because we had gone to her house, picked up those items, taken money out of our pockets to ship these items that she was supposed to have done. She was telling people that messaged her looking for their items, oh, well, I sent a box to them. Oh, I sent a box to them. So then people were messaging us and saying, oh, Sue told me that she gave everything to y'all. So she was pushing everything off onto us at this point. And I'm like, fuck no. Nah.
Whatsoever on me or our group for picking up all the pieces that you fucked up. So I would really appreciate it if you could unblock people, unprivate yourself, and respond to people's messages directly yourself and not ask us to tell anybody anything. Like,
Savage Mom 85 is one of the ones that went and picked up the box. It was a disaster. It wasn't like some of the resin like melted and like you couldn't tell what was what. It was a fucking disaster.
Handle it yourself at this point.
Okay.
And I believe like some of the stuff that we had no clue who it went to. Are we going to ship that back to Sue, Casey? Yes. Okay. And then we will also send you a list of all the items that we got shipped out today.
Okay,
Of those
thank
30
you.
people, so that you're just aware in case they reach out or whatever. But we'll get you that list over on who received their items. Some of them we weren't sure if certain things were correct, but we just added some of the stuff that we didn't know who it belonged to in some of their packages.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna add. Some of the stuff that people did order was not in there, and so we kind of just like made up our own package. So and just sent what we thought that they would like. So you might have people reaching out to you saying that their item is wrong or whatever, but we tried to make it right as best as we could.
Yeah,
Just
I
like
just kind
sending-
of threw a bunch of stuff together, like the stuff that I had. I really didn't my brain was not functional as to methodically go through. But I tried to give everything that I thought was outstanding or waiting to be shipped. So I apologize that it wasn't more together. But yeah, that's fine. No problem. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
there's gotta be more items somewhere because I know G Queen didn't have her platter in there. Her tray in there, I meant.
Oh yeah, the purple one. It's upstairs. I did find that one.
What
A lot
about
of
the
items.
chessboards?
The chessboards are here. There's one that is black and neon. I've got that one. And I think I have another one upstairs, but those, they're curing. And I've got to get a flat box and a way to strip those. The first one I shipped arrived bent. because of the way the post office handled it, I guess, and the heat maybe. Because yeah, so that was a little. I had to figure out a better way to ship that. But I do have a chessboard here. The top coat to be done. I can ship that out.
Okay, I just asked that.
Yeah, that's right. Savage Mom went, picked it up, took it to Britt and Tiff, and then they.
You do what you are saying.
Yeah. And the crazy part about it all is, y'all remember she offered to change my logo? And then every single thing that she started to make after that, she was using the created logo that said SCM on it to like, oh my gosh.
Thing that you're gonna do.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's hard for us to trust you now.
I understand. I don't blame you.
Right. And so, I mean, I spent 6 hours on the phone with them yesterday, going through all the addresses and things like that just to get shipped out. And I mean, I do what I say I'm going to do. So I sent stuff out. So if you could just actually do it this time and not just say that you're going to, just out of respect for us.
Absolutely. I am an outpatient, just an FYI. So if you don't hear back from me or you try to call me, I don't answer. It's about half a day every day. So
Outpatient for what?
mental health. Ramona hooked me up with
A lot of therapy.
people at Gateway, and so I go with the hurricane. It's kind of been a mess trying to figure out because nobody's had power and stuff. But I'm going tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. to try to figure out, going on in my head and stuff.
Right, and I'm glad that you're taking action to get help, and understanding that you have done wrong in all of this, because mental health is a thing and you should be focused on that. But I also want you to take accountability for all of this and understand that
It's Britt speaking right now. One of the ones that went and picked up the stuff and sorted through everything and sent it out.
you can't be healed until all of this is fixed as well. So just getting with Ramona and making sure this money's sent, like the money sent is the number one priority. Like these items and things, like we did what we could on that. And the rest, you can handle those. But I just want you to, have a little bit, want to make this better. I mean, I know that you said that you do, but you're not going to be able to.
That's the thing. We all went above and beyond what we should have done to help this woman, to make the situation better, to Savage Mom 85, she just commented right before that.
Heal from it until it's fixed.
Right.
There's
I
still
agree with
ways
her.
you can help make this right for everybody, like even the people that bought stuff. And if you can look at it this way, we were able to get 30 of the items out. So that's stuff that you're not going to have to deal with.
That's a
And
huge help. Thank you.
we just ask that you could respect everyone and to get the rest of the stuff out. And if you do send like the chessboards and all that stuff, just to give us a peace of mind of knowing that these people are getting their items. If you could just
Absolutely.
send us the receipts of
Yes, 100%.
letting us
Want
know
nothing
it
but
was sent.
transparency moving forward. That's the only way I can move forward. So it's full transparency with whatever you guys need. But it's right.
Yeah, and we appreciate that. We appreciate you not ghosting us as well and responding to us. I mean, that does mean a lot.
Mhm.
So we do appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, and if I do ghost, it's not that I'm ghosting. I'll be back. I'm just, sometimes I'm
It's Brit.
just overwhelmed with. Well, I mean, I've calmed down from the overwhelmed period. I feel right now, and we'll see what tomorrow morning brings. But for right now,
Maybe each day you set yourself like a goal of items that need to go out. Like, okay, today I'm like, instead of worrying about all of it, like I'm going to focus on these 3 to
Small
5
goals,
items
right.
to get done.
yeah, it's easier to do small goals than big goals, and I definitely just overwhelmed myself, and it's my fault. So I'm willing to do whatever I got to do to make it right, or not right, but better. There's no making this right, but making it better for everyone. But yes, thank you.
Yeah. You're right, Carly. It's so true. She started coming into my lives pretty early on. The first time I went live for Micah's case was Mother's Day, May 12th, 2024. And she started coming in right after that. And offered to create a website for me, offered to create logos, and she came with all of this expertise and this background, and I've done this and I've done that and I've done this and I've done that, and everything checked out, so we believed her.
And I know it's not worth much, but I truly am sorry. I just wanted to say that. I don't expect anybody to hear it, but I just needed to say it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard because after going through all the spreadsheets and all of the text messages and all of the messages on Facebook, it doesn't look like this was something that just caught up with you. It looks from our end intentional from the jump, and that's.
We had no idea at this point. We had no idea of the other fraud that she had committed at this point.
It's definitely not, but I understand why it looks that way. And
Definitely.
That would have been funny.
I didn't go into it with a malicious intent, I assure you. And I know that my word is nothing, and I totally get it. But
Well, you lied from the very beginning about a lot of things and continued to lie and continued, and it's not to look at it now and know and believe that you did offer all these things just to steal people's money, and that's awful. And I really hope that whatever mental help you're
all of them were in Georgia.
getting, that they can really figure out what's going on in your brain that made you think that was okay.
I'm so
I mean,
sorry.
unless anybody has anything else to say, hopefully we'll hear back by the end of the day from you about Ramona and what's going on with that.
okay, yeah, I will.
Okay, this next call is after we got the text message that Ramona was out of it. We were like texting her, texting Sue, trying to find out what was going on. This was the same day as the last call, but we got a text that said, I'm not involved with this anymore. I'm done. And we were like, the fuck? I know.
We just got a response back from Ramona.
She texted me and she said, I am no longer part of this situation. I refer you back to Sue, Ramona.
Yeah, that's what her last message said she was going to say to anyone that reached out to her, but I hadn't had that conversation with her yet. She hadn't replied to my message, but
Well, can you call her? Because that makes us think that she's completely out of this and not actually going to send any money.
yeah, let me call her.
Is that the truth? Is that?
The message she sent me was that, you know, I think she just got overwhelmed understanding like the shipping and all the different intricacies of the items and stuff like that. But I don't know. She didn't state anything like that, so I'll have to call her. I mean, that's why I said we were going to meet later today when she woke up. I don't know. She sent me the message at like 3 a.m., so I'm assuming she just, maybe she's clearly up now, so I'll call her right now. But
Yeah.
can we call her and call you right back?
Yes, please.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I just realized that she admitted right there that Ramona had texted her at 3 a.m. and said that she was done with all of this. But this was late in the afternoon by the time Ramona finally texted us, and Sue never told us until now. I didn't realize that until just now.
How are you gonna know she's
Right?
being?
It's crazy the shit you can. It's crazy the shit you hear when you go back and listen to it.
Sale, so that I would have, I would get 60 to 70 probably, with it being an as is kind of situation, although there's nothing wrong with that, whatever. And then the plan was I would pay her back whatever, but at the end of the day, I have a meeting with the real estate agent came over. What is today? Today is Tuesday. Came over Thursday or Friday. I'm trying to think. Thursday, came over Thursday. And then we were supposed to have a call yesterday with the bank and figure all that stuff out, but we didn't have cell service, so that hasn't happened. So I messaged him again just now to see if we can talk now to handle that and figure out what the date on that's going to be. So even if Ramona's not in the picture, which I don't know, she hadn't totally given me an answer one way or the other. I mean, I'll send the money, whatever, but I don't know how long. I mean, it'll be a short sale, so it shouldn't take very long. It should be pretty quick. But that was the plan. She was just going to front the money and then I was going to send it back to her. So worst case, she removes herself, then I'll just send the money. I just don't have a date or how fast I
That was last night case.
can get that from the short sale. But considering it's a short sale, I know it's not going to take like 60 days or anything crazy.
Well,
How can you?
I think at this point she knew that Ramona was done. I think something had gone on between her and Ramona and she wasn't being honest with us. So this call was after the last one where we had just found out that Ramona wasn't in the picture anymore. And like you just heard in the last call, she admits that Ramona told her that at 3 a.m., but she didn't tell any of us this. So now we're on a call, the second call. This is the same call, I think, but it was just cut into two parts. And she's on this call talking about her house, doing a short sale on her house. It was like mumbling about the short sale on her house and that Ramona was going to pay it, but then she was going to pay Ramona back. So it doesn't really matter that Ramona's not involved now because she's got the money because she's getting ready to do a short sale, that she's already had a realtor come to her house, blah, blah, blah. And we're all like, huh? What the fuck are you talking about?
You do a short sale on a house that's in foreclosure.
It's you work it out with the bank because the date, the auction hasn't had. There's nothing. It's just in pre-foreclosure.
Yeah, the last two lives that I did are uploaded on YouTube.
It's not in full foreclosure until the auction date. Well, I was called, the real estate agent and I were calling the bank all on a three-way call to.
But
when we bought my house, we got a freaking steal on our house because it was a house that was in short sale. And I'll tell you, there was nothing short about it. It took us almost 8 months in order to find out if we got this house or not. Because
not only that, oh my God.
And we can't go with your word of this. Did something happen with you and Ramona for her to
No,
back
nothing
out?
happened between me and Ramona. I thought something happened between y'all and Ramona because her message was so out of the blue.
We never spoke to her.
Oh no, that's what you said. So I'm just confused. I don't know what's going on.
The
Yeah, we
only
haven't talked to her since the day that we were on the phone with you and the family.
That's bizarre.
That was the last time that we talked to her.
And the day that you had said that she was going to reach out, it was later in the day. I just reached out and just said, "Hi, Ramona. It's Courtney and Marie. Sue mentioned yesterday that you would be reaching out to us today.
Yeah, I
Right.
think that's
Family.
what kind of, because told Jackie, I said, I think Ramona's going to reach out to you guys Monday. I don't really know. I don't know. She was just, I don't know. Her message was very bizarre, but I haven't talked to her, so I really don't know. I don't have any answers.
Yeah, we didn't say anything ugly, or we just
No,
were
I know
asking
y'all
if
haven't
she
been
could
ugly at
call
all.
us.
Yeah.
I thought that you said the other day that you still owed 9,000 for your
That's
house
possible.
in back payments. How can you do a short sale on a house that you are still owing payments on?
Because my equity, I owe 140 on the house. The house is worth between 289 and 309. So it's like 100 and some change in equity. And it all washes out. That's why we were calling the bank to to see what the options were there.
But if you're paying mortgage payments and you don't technically even own it, the bank owns it until you pay it all off. So how can you do a short sale on a home that you don't even owe and that you owe the bank money for?
As long as the bank gets their money, they don't care how you sell it or whatever. I mean, I'm assuming, and that's why I was going to call the bank and double check. But I mean, yeah, they're willing to wait because they don't really want the house; they want the money.
Well, just like with the Ramona stuff, we tried hard to trust that. Like, we can't wait on something like this because we don't even know if this is like true, if it's going to happen. We also don't have the time for it to wait for it to wait for.
Figure it out.
You've had a week to figure it out. And we've already today, right now, caught you in a lie about what you were gonna like. You literally just you're not giving us all the info, and you just were caught in a lie that said that you've been trying to do this with your house, and like.
What did I lie about? What are you talking about?
I'm not getting into the semantics.
Because I'm not lying.
Yes, you've been lying the whole time, and
I'm not lying. You know what? Okay. All right. Listen.
I mean, we really have no choice.
If you're not gonna believe me, then why are we having a conversation? I don't know what else to do.
Well, Sue, it's one thing after another after another after another.
I'm not lying. I'm beyond lying at this point.
An entire week, and you're like, oh, I haven't talked to her. I thought she was.
And I talked to her every day until today. You can whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and be berated more and more and more when I'm already like
sorry, but no
crying.
You ain't trying shit.
You're trying shit.
You ain't trying shit, Sue. Yeah.
I'm not crying. Okay. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah, I'm sorry for you that I feel that way too.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really sorry for you because.
So what do y'all want? What will make this better? I have not lied today. I assure you of that.
I need a payment sent today to the family for $11,000. That will make it better. And then I'll need another check written out for a refund for all the fucking people who didn't get shit and didn't get to bid on anything and that you took money from. Yeah, that's what'll make it better. If not, we're contacting the police, period. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. We have been more than patient. We have been more than giving. We have been more than empathetic, compassionate. We have been more than forgiving.
And because
we hung up. That was it. And at that point, we filed FBI IC3 forms, and we contacted Bryan County, and we contacted Horry County, and in the end, we hung up on her. So yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. Until she started contacting Bray, Anita, Soul Search, Lady Trey. She ended up coming back on TikTok on a backup account called Stand Up or Fall. Yeah, her fake account. Oh yeah, after that was her going on live on TikTok. And I know if any of the ex-mods or mods now that were involved in all that are in the chat, there was a recorded phone call that we had with her, one more, where we asked her to go live and admit everything to everyone, that we were either doing it ourselves or she could do it as well. That we felt like it coming from her, it was the last thing that she could fucking do. The least she could do was to get on a live, and since all of this had gone down publicly, it was the least that she could do to get on that panel and tell everybody what she did. Yes, she did. If you go to my YouTube, it's called So-Called Mess. It's got the same profile picture as that one up there. If you scroll down, you will see lives having to do with the Micah fundraiser. There are 3 of them. The very first one is the one where Sue was on it confessing. The 2 after that, we just had lives the next 2 nights talking about everything. So it's about 12 hours of footage. The first one's about 3 or 4 hours, and she was on there the entire time admitting everything that she did. So it's on my YouTube if you want to watch those. It's very interesting. I'm trying to go back. I was going to show y'all some screenshots from when she had that fake account. If I can get back to it. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Show your face, bitch. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Oop. Oop. Okay. It was in January. I just think it's funny. So hold on, I'll find him. These were the lives that were going on in January. Hello. I was never streaming her live, ever. I feel like Sue was pressured into taking responsibility for the whole thing to save Casey. Big red at the top of that. Even if Casey came over, all she'd do is gaslight and lie. She won't come. She never does. Ask her why she didn't stand with Sue to take responsibility. True Crimery. I never made a profit hosting lives. Saying my husband worked at the church. Most issues were Casey spreading misinfo. Casey did say she didn't have to give the family any money. Never once did I say that. I'd love to know who we were going after to expose. Yes. Yes, babe.
Are you still online?
Yes.
Is this it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just random. Yeah. It's awfully funny, huh? I'm sorry, but it's so funny. There it is, Greta. Greta, get out of here. Greta, get out of here. Oh my god. That's so funny. Quit. Here you go. If any of y'all remember that account, Stand Up or Fall, that was Sue. Stand Up or Fall is Sue. Iowa girl snuck through. Block her right now. Stand Up or Fall. That's Sue. So funny, y'all. Golly. That fucking fake ass truce. Okay. I'll gather up all the screenshots and probably make a post at some point, but that's about it. Y'all are caught up on the... They did. They restarted, you remember? They were like, let's restart. Oh my god, Case, you're so funny. But yeah, if y'all ever have any questions or want anything else, let me know. But yeah, like I said, the last 2 nights live is on YouTube. The live where Sue admitted everything is on YouTube. So that's like 24 hours worth of footage right there. And then I'm going to add tonight's live onto YouTube as well for anybody who missed anything. But yeah. It feels good to finally put all that out there and be able to finish healing and close that chapter and move the fuck on, you know? It's called So-Called Mess, and the profile picture is the same as the one on here. There's other lives on there too, but about the Sue situation, there's lots. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here. Thanks for joining me, and if y'all want, maybe I'll go live again tomorrow night. Maybe get back into talking about the case, and I think that would be fun. And yeah, y'all have a good night, and I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. See if it becomes a habit, then I'll do it every night, and it's a habit now. It's been 3 nights in a row. It's a fucking habit now. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. I love y'all, and have a good night. Yeah, between 8 and 9. Love y'all. Good night.